មរៀន podcast វត្តឡំមកវិញជាមួយនឹង episode 3 រដូវកាលទី4សង្ឃឹមថាបងប្អូនបានសប្បាយជាមួយនឹង episode មុន episode នេះគឺពិសេសមែនតើដោយសារតែមានភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសមួយរូបដែលខ្ញុំជា fan គាត់ហើយខ្ញុំតាមដានការងារគាត់ច្រើនមែនតើតាំងពីនិយាយទៅកំឡុងពេលមុន COVID បន្តិចហើយរហូតមកខ្ញុំឃើញថាគាត់មានការអភិវឌ្ឍខ្លួនខ្លាំងហើយខ្ញុំជឿថាបងប្អូននៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាប្រកាសជាបានឃើញគាត់ខ្លះហើយអ្នកខ្លះទៀតក៏ទៅតែដឹងទេតែតាម podcast នេះហើយគោលបំណងធំរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យបងប្អូនទី1ស្គាល់ការងារគាត់ទី2ចង់ឲ្យបងប្អូនបើសិនជាស្រឡាញ់វិស័យគេហៅថា modeling ក៏ដូចជាស្រឡាញ់វិស័យ fashion ខ្ញុំគិតថាសម្រាប់ក្មួយស្ត្រីអាចរៀនពីគាត់បានផងដែរហើយគឺជាភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសដំបូងបំផុតដែលខ្ញុំតាក់ទងគាត់ដែលមិនដែលជួបប៉ុន្តែជា fan ហើយ message គាត់ទៅគាត់ reply ឥឡូវយើងជួបជាមួយនឹង Terry ទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទជំរាបសួរបាទអញ្ចឹង podcast នេះយើងនិយាយខ្មែរឬអង់គ្លេសណា
ចា
ហ្នឹងហើយព្រោះអីយល់ព្រោះ Terry កើតនៅខ្មែរទេមែនទេ
ចា
កើតនៅខ្មែររួចទៅនៅអូស្ត្រាលីហើយបានគេថាផ្លាស់ប្ដូរកន្លែងរស់នៅដោយសារតែការងារមែនទេ
ខ្ញុំទៅអូស្ត្រាលីតាំងខ្ញុំទូច
អញ្ចឹងតាំងពីអាយុប៉ុន្មាន
តាំងអាយុ6ឆ្នាំ
អូអញ្ចឹងយូរឆ្នាំអីអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែតសារដល់នៅនិយាយខ្មែរច្បាស់
ខំប្រឹងដែរ
តែបើតាមមើលវីដេអូផន Terry អ្នកនរអាចមើល vlog គាត់បានគឺ Terry ធ្វើ vlog
ចា
ហើយធ្វើ vlog ហ្នឹងដោយសារតែការងារឬក៏ធ្វើមុនខ្ល้ายទៅជា model
កាលខ្ញុំធ្វើ vlog យូរឆ្នាំដែរដោយសារមុនដំបូងខ្ញុំចូលចិត្ត fashion ណា
បាទ
ហើយខ្ញុំឃើញគេ thrifting ដូចថាយកout the juice ហើយគេ I turn into fashion
បាទ
so ចឹងពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំឡើងហ៊ានហើយចឹងអត់ស្មានលុយហើយចឹងខ្ញុំចង់ធ្វើ fashion so I used to thrift a lot and then turn it into fashion lookbooks
yes
តែបន្ទាប់មកchop like I stopped doing that for a long time that's why I focused on studying ហើយបន្ទាប់មកពេលខ្ញុំតដើមមកចឹងហើយពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចប់ COVID អីចឹងហើយlike បាត់ពិសោធន៍ពេលហ្នឹង like very interesting តែខ្ញុំបានថត vlog ហើយចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថា maybe I should vlog next time I go on a trip and then when I started modeling again that's when I decided I wanted to vlog just for memory's sake
Yeah, but like អ្វីដែលសង្កេតឃើញពេល Terry vlog ពីជីវិតជា model បើនៅស្រុកយើងខ្មែរយើងពេលខ្លះគាត់និយាយហៅ model ហ្នឹងគាត់មានពាក្យពីមុខទីកាត់ dara model ប៉ុន្តែអត់ទេខ្ញុំគាត់ថាវាអត់ខុសអីទេប៉ុន្តែគាត់ថាខ្ញុំសុខចិត្ត address គាត់ជា model ព្រោះ model វា copy dara មែនទេហ្នឹងហើយ like បាទហើយអញ្ចឹងអ្វីដែលឃើញ Terry បានបង្ហាញតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងដំណើរខ្លួនឯងដែលទៅចូលរួមកម្មវិធីទៅថតឲ្យគេហ្នឹងខ្ញុំគិតថា content ប្រភេទនេះនៅក្នុងស្រុកយើងអត់សូវមានច្រើនហើយសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលគាត់ឆ្ងល់គាត់ថាអូ model គាត់ទៅថតគាត់មាន gig ឬគាត់ត្រូវ assignment មួយគាត់ត្រូវធ្វើអញ្ចឹងគាត់ត្រូវឆ្លងកាត់អីខ្លះព្រោះឃើញ vlog Pon Terry ខ្ញុំអត់ចង់និយាយច្រើនទេអ្នកនរគ្នាតាក់ទងមួយនឹងដំណើរដើមតងគាត់ខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យអ្នកនរទៅមើលវីដេអូគាត់ដោយសារតែ Terry បង្ហាញច្រើនតាំងពី routine តាំងពីជួបគេហៅថា client មាន manager ហើយចង់សួរតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងterm មួយដែលឃើញ Terry និយាយនៅក្នុង podcast ហ្នឹងនៅក្នុង podcast នៅក្នុងវីដេអូហ្នឹងតាក់ទងមួយ placement
ចា៎
ព្រោះ placement ហ្នឹងខ្ញុំមិនដែលឮពាក្យហ្នឹងទេដល់ឃើញ Terry និយាយបានខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍អូអញ្ចឹង model គាត់ត្រូវ placement ទៅប្រទេសផ្សេងដើម្បីគេហៅថាបង្កើនការងារគាត់ឬក៏ placement ហ្នឹងយើងនិយាយអ្នកជ្រើសរើសខ្លួនឯង
depends on you ថាហត់ង model នៅប្រទេសគេ like in your country ដូចថាយើងនៅអូស្ត្រាលីយើងមានគេហៅថា mother agency ដូចថា agency ហ្នឹងគេគ្រប់គ្រងយើងទាំងអស់ដូចថាគេបញ្ជូនយើងទៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗអីចឹងតែសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំវិញខ្ញុំថតមានតែឥឡូវខ្ញុំអត់មានទេខ្ញុំមានដូចលក្ខណៈថា manager អីចឹងវិញហើយចឹងខ្ញុំពេលខ្ញុំទៅ placement អីចឹងខ្ញុំអាចមាន autonomy ខ្ញុំមានដូចថា freedom to choose តែ picture models they also have freedom to choose តែគ្រាន់តែដូចថាមាន mother agency គេអាច guide យើងថាត្រូវទៅនេះទៅនោះអីចឹង
អញ្ចឹងមិនត្រូវធ្វើ placement ដោយសារយើងនៅក្រោម agency យល់
No you can do placement
by yourself too ប៉ុន្តែគាត់ថាយើងមាន mother agency ស្រួលនៅក្នុងការទៅអូខេគេ like consultant គេអត់ផ្ដល់យោបល់ឲ្យឬក៏គាត់ជួយ network ឲ្យមែនទេ
ចាដូចរបៀបចឹងដូចថាគេដឹង agency នៅប្រទេសផ្សេងចឹងដូចថាគេមានអ្នកណែនាំនៅ Hong Kong ក៏នៅជប៉ុនអីចឹងគេហ៊ានសួរ
បាទ networking right
a little bit like they've sent models before to different countries and so maybe they have a bit more experience with that agency or something like that whereas if you do it by yourself you sometimes like go blind like you don't know if that agency you've worked with before because you've never worked with anyone before so you're kind of going into the deep end like ហើយទឹកពេលយើងអត់តន់ចេះហើយ
ហ្នឹងហើយឬក៏ហែលទឹកអត់ឃើញត្រើយហើយយើងចិត្តហែលហ្នឹងមិនដឹងដល់ពេលណាដល់តាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងគេថាការងារ Poncherry ដូចជាចាប់អារម្មណ៍ថាពីមុនធ្វើការនៅ pharmacist
ចាហ្នឹង
រៀនពេទ្យមែនបានធ្វើការនៅ pharmacist
រៀនខាង pharmacy ចឹងរៀនពេទ្យ pharmacy ដែរ
ចាប់អារម្មណ៍ like very interesting ព្រោះ like ខ្ញុំគាត់ថាពូម្នាក់ខ្លះគាត់គិតថា model តើគាត់ train ពីក្មេងគាត់ទៅថាមានលក្ខណៈថាទេពកោសល្យឬក៏ like they have to be like really into it and committed ប៉ុន្តែអ្វីដែល theory បានធ្វើគឺ transitioning ពី pharmacist មក modeling ហ្នឹងគឺ
like a little backwards
no it's not backward it's going forward ក៏ប៉ុន្តែសម្រាប់សម្រាប់តែអ្នកខ្លះគេ maybe get backward តែគាត់សម្រាប់យើងឃើញថាពេលដែល Terry និយាយថាពីមុន pharmacist រួចមកធ្វើ modeling ហ្នឹងមើលអារម្មណ៍ថាសប្បាយចិត្តនឹងនិយាយ like you're happy to share that អ្នកខ្លះគាត់បើ backward you don't want to share it like you would keep to yourself
true
right you like me I went to school I get a degree I come and make content I'm proud to say this ព្រោះអ្នកខ្លះគាត់ថារៀនចប់ពីក្រៅប្រទេសមិនក៏មិនធ្វើការឥឡូវធ្វើការ
ឥឡូវធ្វើការមានលុយ
yes ព្រោះជាមួយនឹងប្រទេសដែលធ្វើដំណើរទៅមានថៃមានសិង្ហបុរីមានហុងកុងមានតៃវ៉ាន់កូរ៉េទេមែនទេ
ចា
ធ្វើដំណើរច្រើនអញ្ចឹងមានអារម្មណ៍ថា hot ព្រោះយើងនិយាយទៅប្រទេសខ្លះទៅខ្លួនឯងទៀតដូចជា New Zealand is your first country without your family right
ចាតែទៅ New Zealand ទៅដើរលេង
ប៉ុន្តែ like at least like អានេះគ្រាន់តែចង់លើកមកបន្តិចតាក់ទងមួយនឹងការធ្វើដំណើរម្នាក់ឯងធ្វើការម្នាក់ឯងអញ្ចឹងណាតែបើអ្នកខ្លះគាត់ថាដោយសារគាត់នៅបរទេសប៉ុន្តែយើងខ្មែរយើងម្ដាយយើងជាខ្មែរអញ្ចឹងយើងនៅតែមានអារម្មណ៍មួយគាត់ទៅបារម្ភពីយើងមែនអត់
ចាគាត់បារម្ភមែនដោយសារគាត់like just single mother and so ចឹងគាត់បារម្ភ because I'm an only child as well
oh wow
only daughter everything so you know it's normal and like it's very much a protective nature that she has like you know to like protect her daughter and everything but for me I wanted to like explore the world ដោយសារខ្ញុំគិតថា like ជីវិតយើងមានតែមួយហើយចឹងបើយើងអត់ទៅមើលជីវិតក្រៅពី bubble របស់យើង like ក្រៅពី like your circle then it's very much a bit like an echo chamber you don't really get to listen to different perspectives and different people and you don't really get to see insight into different cultures so then that makes you feel I think quite closed off to the world and so I think actually the reason why I wanted to travel is probably because not just because I wanted to see the world but because I was exposed to it from very young in a way because whenever I come to Cambodia it's always the wise side like that you might not link so quite just but the sing like just Thai just Vietnam just Hong Kong ấy chăng you darling ban chana tại also hiện Skype
I know it's like an island off there
we're like in our own island like very protected but very safe we're very much in our own bubble so it's yung ba big like I think like I just wanted to break out of the mold of like just like studying working having a house and then what's next retirement you don't really get to experience life
but I noticed that ពេលដែល Terry ធ្វើដំណើរទៅពីមួយប្រទេសទៅមួយប្រទេសមានអារម្មណ៍ថា okay regardless your work គាត់ថាភាសាត្រង់ថាឆ្លៀតពេលទៅធ្វើ content ឆ្លៀតពេលទៅ explore ដូចចាំនៅកូរ៉េទៅរមហូបខ្មែរហើយរួចមកវាថាយើងដូចជាឲ្យឱកាសខ្លួនឯងស្វែងរករបស់ថ្មី ហើយមានអារម្មណ៍ថាពេលខ្លះទៅមានអារម្មណ៍ថា insecure ឬក៏ concern អីអត់ដែលពេលដែលយើងធ្វើដំណើរច្រើនអញ្ចឹង
Yeah ហត់ដងដូចថាពេលយើងធ្វើទៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗអញ្ចឹងយើងអត់ដឹង market ប្រទេសផ្សេងហើយអញ្ចឹងពេលយើងទៅហត់ដង like you're always in deficit when you first visit a country because you know like you're already in debt in a way because you have to pay your flights, you have to pay your accommodation, things like that. And so that deficit always lingers in your mind and you always get kind of worried in the first few months if you don't work, especially when you're going to countries like Hong Kong where, you know,
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
So different.
Expensive.
Yeah, and also very expensive too.
Very expensive, but it's a beautiful city. ចឹងពេលយើងទៅដំបូងបើយើងអត់មានការយើងគ្រាន់តែទៅ casting អីចឹងយើងបាក់ដែរចឹង there's a vulnerable phase every first few months whenever I move, and that vulnerable phase is when I feel very insecure and very I think worried and nervous because I'm such an anxious person.
You are?
Yeah.
You don't look like one. You look quite confident and strong.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's good.
It's a facade.
Yeah, I think it's good in terms of like what you're wearing, in terms of like how people look at you, because I think people tends to attack those who like showing the sign of weakness. Right, tends to like get more harm, and if you like wearing confident face, people will be like, oh yo, back off. Yeah, right. It's good that thank you for opening up for that, because អ្នកខ្លះគាត់គិតថាតើតាយើងនឹង confident ខ្លាំងតើតាយើងនឹងវាថា like you must be strong or like experienceful in order to travel alone or explore the world. This is good. Like thank you for opening up about this.
No, it's fine. I think it's important to talk about it because I think when people look at my vlogs, maybe they think, oh, like ដូចស្វាយមែនតើដូចដើរលេងកុំតែអីចឹងតែមាន like like there's a lot of struggle as well behind, not just in terms of like, you know, struggle with like maybe money or whatever, but it's also a lot of mental health struggles where you kind of just feel like, you know, am I good enough? Am I making the right decisions? Especially that one. I always like when I first started, it was always really complicated because it was like, you know, am I doing the right thing, quitting something so stable to do something so unstable, you know? And then kata hodong but yung kata but yung tha ai the stable and like jivat we ata like your life is going to be fine, it's going to be perfect. But actually sometimes stability limits growth. Yes. And so in a way I felt like my growth was stunted. You know, so for me, this instability allows me to grow as a person, but it also gives me a lot of moments of vulnerability and like scarcity where I just feel like I'm always, you know, in a scarcity mindset. Like I gotta worry about this because I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or like I gotta worry about like, you know, next month's rent and things like that, or like, you know, if I'm traveling and things. So there's so many things that factor into it, but I feel like at the end of the day, you're so rich in experience from traveling as well. So it's like nothing. I think what I realized from all of this is like nothing is better than one thing. Like the grass is always greener. Pe yung ma jivat get like like smell get like acting smell young. That time but yung min smell young dai. Hey, you just need to water it. You just need to grow it. Yeah.
That's a good line. No, I this is the first time ជាលើកទី1ដែលមានភ្ញៀវគាត់និយាយពី weakness របស់គាត់ព្រោះពីច្រើនមិនថាភ្ញៀវដតីទៀតគាត់អត់ល្អទេគាត់ថាអ្នកខ្លះគាត់អត់ហ៊ានបង្ហាញទេដូចខ្ញុំអញ្ចឹងពីមុនក៏ខ្ញុំអត់ហ៊ាន like before I don't really open up about my weakness much. But then the more I talk to people, the more I realize that their life is also not that different from mine. Like they also have their own struggle. But like it's depend on how you deal with it. ហើយចង់លើករឿងនឹងនិយាយមកជាមួយនឹង Terry ហ្នឹងគឺចង់ឲ្យអ្នកដែលគាត់ first of all is your fan who like I'm pretty sure they know like you more than me in terms of like what you have done and where you go and what you're going to be doing, but in terms of like behind the camera, the podcast like allow people to share that. It's really interesting to hear that, you know, seems like from your video, definitely like happy life, traveling a lot, going places, modeling for the different brands. Then there is like a lot of stuff that you have to deal with, right? Like especially when you move from one country to the other. Not just money, like regardless the money.
Yeah.
It's like the mental health,
mental state.
cultural shock.
Yes.
Also like one of the biggest question, right? Like សម្រាប់យើងដោយសារយើងជាកូនកាត់ចិនមែនទេប៉ុន្តែ like ខ្ញុំអត់ចង់ emphasize ទៅលើកូនកាត់ចិនទេខ្ញុំមានថាយើងរស់នៅក្រៅប្រទេសហើយយើងចេញពីខ្មែរទៅក្មេងហើយពេលដែលយើងមកអាស៊ីវិញណាមែន Australia is also Asia sorry Oceania yes but like kind of count like
Australasia
yeah so ពេលដែលមកវិញដំបូងមាន cultural shock អត់
មកអាស៊ី
មកអាស៊ីវិញពេល
cultural shock តាមពិតនៅអាស៊ី be different be country to country in Asia Tampet is a lot different yeah like Buyangata Azi the one continent very similar everyone's similar no everyone's really different like that pe nyum to Kore for example like the working culture there is different yeah much different no maybe no sokmai gonna Thai aizang a bit relaxed, a bit chill. No Korea, sometimes it can be a bit like fast, very, very fast. No Hong Kong is very fast. Like how yung to casting no Hong Kong, 5 minutes in, 5 minutes out. No time to waste.
Oh
yes.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. They be yung mau to bong yung to Thai yo. The Thai chun ka casting mangai. Be phật no lang it. ដោយសារគេត្រូវផាក់មុខយើងគេត្រូវធ្វើសក់យើងហើយមានគេ casting ប្រហែល30 40នាក់អីដែរហើយអញ្ចឹងពេលខ្ញុំទៅថៃដំបូងទៅហុងកុង culture shock because នៅហុងកុងគេធ្វើអីលឿនជឿនលឿនមែនតើគាត់គេដើរក៏លឿនដែរ like ដើរមកគ្នា yeah like you have to dodge people left right because there's so many people in the city in the one city yeah so I feel like different parts of Asia is also very different.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also very different from Australia because Australia is very chill.
Yeah, very so unique though. The Australia is so unique. Yeah.
We're one of a kind. Yeah.
Everything is okay for them there.
We're like super chill. Everything is good. Yeah.
I mean, ពេលដែលបានស្ដាប់ Terry និយាយចឹងមិនថា like I'm with you on the cultural shock and also like how we live differently like I think even right now ស្រុកខ្មែរមួយថៃក៏រៀងខុសគ្នាខ្លាំងដែរ
Yes yeah
ព្រោះវាថាថៃដោយសារគេអភិវឌ្ឍទៅមួយផ្នែកទៅគេមាន style ផងគេណាតែខ្មែរយើងគាត់រៀង absorb like ពី western ខ្លះអីខ្លះចុះរៀង sort of like កូនកាត់ច្រើន ហើយដល់ពេលអញ្ចឹងពេលធ្វើដំណើរពេលខ្លះអ្នកគាត់ថាទៅថៃស្រួលទេនៅចិត្តខាងទេតែដល់ពេលរួចមកមិនដឹងថាទៅរកកន្លែងញ៉ាំ communicate មួយមនុស្សដូចខ្មែរយើងការពិតបើនិយាយអង់គ្លេសខ្មែរយើងឥឡូវព្យាយាមនិយាយច្រើនright បើថៃបើទៅ off Bangkok ហ្មងចប់
yes
right it's like you don't speak Thai then I speak Thai fluently yeah ខ្ញុំកើតនៅចរុំខ្ញុំកើតនៅជីបាអញ្ចឹងទៅខ្ញុំធំឡើងខ្ញុំនិយាយថៃដែរនិយាយខ្មែរចុះពេលខ្ញុំមកដែរទៅថៃខ្ញុំទៅពេលឆ្នាំថៃពិបាកបើសិនជាអត់ដែររៀនពិបាក
yes
ហើយពេលដែលខ្ញុំទៅគាត់ថាយើង absorb មើលថាវាយើងចេះថៃផងno feel like very insecure so I'm like it's okay ព្រោះពេលយើង travel គឺអាហ្នឹងឯងដែលធ្វើឲ្យយើងនឹង stronger ធ្វើឲ្យយើងរឹងមាំដោយសារតែយើងចេញពីក្រៅ snoke ដាក់ក្នុង snoke like get out from your shelf right podcast នេះគឺចង់ជំរុញមនុស្សឲ្យគាត់ explore ប៉ុន្តែមិន explore លក្ខណៈថាទៅតែមើល like Terry did in your like what you did in your vlog is good like indirectly inspire people to go to local store បើយើងវាច្រើនយើងធ្វើដំណើរទៅក្រៅប្រទេសស្រុកយើងគឺច្រើនទៅតាម tour
yes
right tour company I mean it's okay it's for a starter it's fine ប៉ុន្តែ you don't learn much
yes
you like put into a bus throw into a place and you get out
yes
right អាហ្នឹងគឺ tour ប៉ុន្តែ you can always sneak out at night or do your own things like I would do that if I go to, I do that all the time
so tired
yes but at the same time also exciting because I work I make money and also I get my own content I did that all the time when I travel on or like I get paid to travel so I get the payment that I needed I did my work and then I sneak out and explore but it's exhausting yes but it's good that you understand the country not just seeing it right like for you សម្រាប់ Terry ដូចទៅនៅថៃអញ្ចឹងមិនគ្រាន់តែទៅលេងទៅធ្វើការយើងនៅហ្នឹង
yes
ដល់អញ្ចឹងពេលយើងទៅប្រាប់គេថា oh I've been to Thailand like you really meant it you know ព្រោះអ្នកខ្លះគាត់ថាគាត់ធ្លាប់ទៅសិង្ហបុរីអញ្ចឹងគាត់ទៅមួយថ្ងៃ ហើយអត់ដឹងថាសិង្ហបុរីហ្នឹងអូមានស្អីខ្លះហើយធំប៉ុណ្ណាធ្វើដំណើរពីកន្លែងកទៅខហ្នឹងទៅមិនរកបាយមកពេលរកអត់បាន like ដូចឥឡូវយើង Terry នៅសិង្ហបុរីរៀងយូរដែរចា វាទៅសិង្ហបុរីអញ្ចឹងមានប្រភពទៅគេសួរអូញ៉ាំបាយព្រឹកនៅណាឬក៏ញ៉ាំបាយថ្ងៃនៅណា you know right you know exactly where you want to go or at least you have option right
I have an idea
see that's the point ខ្ញុំធ្លាប់សួរភ័ក្រដែលគាត់នៅរៀននៅហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំថាអូខ្ញុំទៅសិង្ហបុរីខ្ញុំចង់ញ៉ាំបាយល្ងាចមានកន្លែងណា recommend គាត់ថា Google គេមិននៅហ្នឹងអី so like they only in school I don't blame them but the thing is they not really lives there you know you actually have to know the local intricacy you know
តើយើងដូចថា I've been very blessed because កាលខ្ញុំអាចជួបគេបាទជួបa lot of my friends ដែលខ្ញុំជួបនៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗភាគច្រើនខ្ញុំជួបតាមការងារដែរហើយអញ្ចឹងបានអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំអាចជួបគេហើយគេណែនាំយើងទៅកន្លែងអីចឹងហើយគេនាំយើងចូល like the sukum like friendship circles and things like that and so they really it's like a locals guide and you not only form a friendship but you also get to experience the culture in a different level yeah and to do that I think you really have to invest time យើងត្រូវនៅរៀងយូរតិចតែដោយសារខ្ញុំគិតថាបើយើងចង់នៅចូល culture like fluently into somebody's culture and immerse yourself you need like at least 6 months
6 months right I was thinking about a year
oh yeah no a year probably but I would say just to
6 months actually
skim the surface and to really get into the surface really 6 months yeah
but I agree because it's really depend on the personality as well it's like if you're not outgoing if you're like extrovert it's hard if you're introvert introvert it's hard if you're extrovert it's good so I've
hard for both I think it depends on like who you find
true
yes yeah
I like ខ្ញុំនៅក្រៅខ្ញុំនៅអឺរ៉ុបខ្ញុំនៅ Norway 2 ឆ្នាំ right for high school
wow
I was too young to understand what's going on but I really glad that I went there because then like ពេលខ្ញុំទៅម្ដងទៀតខ្ញុំមាន like at least like I have some preparation I have some like you know a heads up to know it's expensive it's hard to get from one place to the other so that was it and if people ask me how is Norway I'm like cold that's it and then ខ្ញុំធ្វើដំណើរជុំវិញអឺរ៉ុបខ្ញុំជិះឡានក្រុងពី Norway ទៅដាណឺម៉ាកឬជិះពីដាណឺម៉ាកទៅបារាំង but it was like 18-19 years old but it was like crazy it was crazy because ពេលហ្នឹងអត់ទាន់មាន online YouTube អីទេ 2006
yes
like 10-13 years ago
yes
long time
I don't know how people travel back then
it was fun because everything was slower than now and then you actually experience things ហើយដល់រួចមកបានប្រទេសខ្លះដែលយើងគ្រាន់តែនៅមួយថ្ងៃពីរថ្ងៃ not really understand what they are like you know but at least it gives you a little bit of confidence to go back
yes
but if you integrate long term in like for me like the US I spent almost 5 years there រៀនអញ្ចឹងណាដល់រួចមកពេលដែលនៅយូរអញ្ចឹងហើយ understand culture គេក៏ decided ថា not for me I came home but a lot of people would choose to stay ប៉ុន្តែដោយសារយើង understand ហើយយើង actually experience the country not just going for school and then like no not for me I was planning to go to the to Australia you know and then I met my wife she's upstairs I met my wife
stay here
I met my wife and then I decided to stay I was supposed to go for school in Australia it was like my long term plan to go to Australia I always wanted to see Australia I haven't been to Australia yet
you should come down
I'm going for sure
when
next year maybe because this year going to the US first
okay
taking my son to the US he wanted to see the US it's gonna be expensive
I have never been to the US
really
yes too expensive
it is expensive and also unless you I think I would advise you to go unless you have work there
I would love to go to the US I would love to go to New York It's been on my bucket list.
Really? New York is like 100 times Hong Kong x 100 times.
I can imagine. Yes.
It's the same. When you talk about Hong Kong, I spent like 3 months in New York City. I don't say I hate it, but it was really hard. Like I walked past my friends without knowing that he would just pass me. And then he turned back and I'm like, yo, I'm like, oh, I'm just on the phone all the time and then just watching my own toes, stepping forward. That was it. You get onto the metro and that's it. You don't see anybody. You get home, you sleep. Or unless you have like an appointment, you would meet. But you would not bump into somebody randomly, like a friends or anything on the street. It's not happening. Too many people.
It's so big.
It is big, and also it's really, really hard to to find one hobby to do. Just so many options. But for your job, for your work, Fifth Avenue is the best.
I would love to.
Yeah, I would usually go there just to get inspired.
Yeah.
Because I also do photography. And so like back then I was working for like magazine and stuff.
Oh, no.
Cannot share the name, apparently they're gonna sue me. I can tell you off screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it was really, really fun. That's why when I saw your work, I'm like, oh, we have Khmer like people doing this work. Like the thing is like
not a lot of Khmers do this work. Yes.
Yeah, I mean we do, but the thing is locally.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not their fault. Because the thing is ពេលដែល Terry ចែកម្លែកមិញតើតមួយ mother agency តើតមួយនឹង confident សម្រាប់ traveling ហើយ placement អីហ្នឹងណានៅស្រុកយើងក៏ពិតមានតែម្នាក់ពីរនាក់ដែលគាត់អាចធ្វើបានតែប៉ុន្តែហាក់ដូចជាអត់តន់ទលំទលាយ like not like widespread enough to other who actually into this like industry, you know. Like modeling wise, people would think that you have to work for an agency exclusively in order to get gigs or work, right? On assignment like for you. សម្រាប់ Terry ចាប់ផ្ដើមមកយើងមាន agency យើងនៅក្រោម mother agency ដែលគាត់គេថាឲ្យ idea ឬក៏ជួយរុញយើងទៅប្រទេសនោះតោះមកយើងមានការងារខ្លួនឯង I want to ask you like for the process ពេលដែលយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមរហូតមកដល់ឥឡូវយើងមាន manager ខ្លួនឯងយើងធ្វើការងារខ្លួនឯង how complicated is it?
ពេលយើងធ្វើដំបូង like ពេលខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមដំបូង it was so complicated because ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងធ្វើម៉េចតាមពេលខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមដំបូងខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថា like គេមាន mother agency ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាគេធ្វើ placement អីខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែដឹងថាមានឃើញ model ខ្លះគេទៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗហើយគេទៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗហើយគេថា oh like that's cool. Like, but I was like, penang yum kwanatong. I wanted to work and travel. So penang yum kata. Oh, I wanna maybe teach English and travel.
Yeah, I saw that on your video.
Yeah. So then I remember like when I first went to Singapore. Penang yum chup met pet day yum Thort chup no Melbourne. Hai ke tha make a pharmacy in Singapore. You can be a pharmacist in Singapore. Anh nghe tha bông tròn tranh bị pharmacy tranh em nghe tha but nhưng tròn tao bị Australia tao pharmacy in Singapore you need to like learn extra and then after that he was like oh if you don't want to do pharmacy why don't you do modeling in Singapore and I said like you can do that. I turned down and he said yeah you just gotta hit up some agencies and he was like why don't you just like message this and this and at that time I reached out to some agencies and they were keen to have me on board. And so I think one of the things you have to be not afraid to do is just hit people up. Just like what you did. Yes.
Yeah, it pays off. I mean, you just need to have proper agenda and also like be sincere about it, you know.
Yeah, hai penang yum kata like people are going to reject me because I'm short and like I have scars and like I don't fit the model criteria. But what instilled confidence was that friend because he's a photographer and so I think that really validated what he said and he said you know like you really have an opportunity here like there's not a lot of faces like yours but there's a lot of work that could accommodate yours and that's when he said that I was like oh that's interesting because I like Singaporean like people I thought I was going to be the majority like I feel like you know I would just blend in and I remember like going back to pharmacy and then telling my bosses and then they were like you know you look like every other Asian She's like, you sure you want to like do this? And I remember just thinking like, you know, like it's okay. Like, why not just give it a shot? Yeah. Like there's nothing to lose. And if there's one person that has confidence in me, there's another person that doesn't have confidence in me. But it takes that one person that has confidence in you to push you in the right direction.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that really began my journey.
I did not know that that part when your boss told you that. I think it's good.
Something I don't really like.
Was it hard like
really,
hearing it? Was it like?
No, because that time, I think my bosses had my interest at heart. Like I don't think he came out of a place of bad intention. It was more like I was talking to him and I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this internship. But then he was saying, you know, like you should finish all your education, your intern and everything, and then maybe you can pursue whatever it is that you want to do, but at least you have something that you can come back to in the future, or like part-time work, because you can do part-time pharmacy.
That's quite nice for him.
So it was actually quite like it was like blunt, like very, very blunt, but at the same time his intention was maybe not, like I understood his intention, but his words were maybe executed a bit
no, but
bluntly.
I think that's what I went through the same things with my ex-boss.
Yeah.
I was a TV producer before.
Right, yeah.
Many staff, big salary, long shot.
Yeah.
A big shot. And I started to travel around Cambodia, and then that time I was filming for 100 days straight. And for 100 days straight, all the provinces and city here. And I started to realize that, oh, I don't like the job in the office no more. Like it's boring. Yeah. It's just like, you know, you just seeing the windows. You don't really get to experience the outdoor, lifestyle. And I decided I will try to quit my job and do what I wanted to do. And I came back. I was sent to Bali for a YouTube conference, a YouTube workshop. And because I was representing my company, and I met like many different big YouTubers around the world, and I was like, why Cambodia nobody do this? It was 2014, so we have a couple of people who are doing YouTube, but not like enough for the neighbor country to understand, or for the local to like idolize, or at least accept it as a career, you know.
Yeah.
Came back, I told my boss like, hey boss, look, this is something that can happen, you know, maybe we should start pursue this. And he's like, nah, we're not ready. And I was like, can I do it myself? He's like, no, don't. You're not good. You're not good in front of camera. You're like way better behind the camera. And that was it. That was the nail to the coffin for me.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't mean it, but it hurts my feeling a lot. It's like, I haven't even done it yet.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. And then the crazy part was that before, like, he said that to me, I had actually casted for a film. I was cast for a feature film.
Yeah.
And then I spent 3 months of training with the film. Supposed to take unpaid leave to shoot the feature film. And somehow, somewhat, thing got complicated. I fought with the investor, and then they just cut me off last minute. I lost the role.
Right.
But I got a training.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, so I got acting training. So what should I do? Maybe start doing video, you know. And looking around, what should I do? It's like only skill I got beside that was just making content related to photography and video and stuff. So I shot a couple of video, and then my boss saw it. He came to me and say, dude, stop filming in the office. I'm like, bro, I shot on the weekend, not even using all the space. I just sit on my desk and talk. It was like a talking head, you know. Yeah. It's like no harm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna quit my job for sure. And then the last person who told me to quit my job was my wife. She's like, if you're not happy, just quit. And I quit the day my son was born.
Yeah. Oh.
That was like, oh yeah.
Risky.
It was one of the biggest risks I took.
Yes.
That's why when I hearing your story, I'm like, I think it is good that the intention is not bad. Like they have good intention, but the wording.
Yeah.
If you took it the right way, you really make it out. Like.
Yeah. Sometimes it's how you react to situations.
True.
Like you can use it to stunt yourself and stop yourself from growing.
Yes.
Or you could use it as a motivator.
Are you still motivated by that?
No.
Because you passed that already, right?
It never really, I mean, yeah, sure, it bothered me in the beginning.
In the beginning, yes.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I can do this.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like I understood the intention, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, in hindsight, it was kind of good advice because I finished my internship and I worked as a pharmacist and I got my job, my degree. So in hindsight, it was kind of good in a way because now I have no regrets. Like, I finished everything. So now I don't have to worry about it. But at the time it was really hard because it was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to do something else, you know. But sometimes when you're patient, you get rewarded, you know. And then the time is right when it's right.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
It's really down to your own decision and how far you're willing to go for it.
Yeah.
Like for you, I have no doubt that you went through like a bunch of question marks. I mean, I am the same.
Question marks in life.
Yeah, but the thing is, what matters is that you keep doing it or not, or like you wanting to do it or not. And like for you, for example, when you first started to do like, do you remember how it feels like when you first like your first ever assignment? Like, were you like super nervous?
Oh yes. So when I started professionally modeling, my first job this was March pay
Yeah, you said
when
that.
COVID started.
Yeah.
So my first job was in Taiwan. Huawei.
Yes.
So when it's funny because I don't know if I left this out of the Q&A, but I remember when I landed in Singapore, because I was doing my placement in Singapore, to placement in Singapore. Hay chăng bên nhung cho tới Singapore, like nhung mà lại quay lênនៅ airport ដល់ I mean check in អត់ទាន់ check in ណាហើយពេលហ្នឹង like ทำលុយអីចឹងហើយចឹង like យើងអង្គុយនៅ airport លេងតើយើងដល់មកមិនចឹងទៅ yeah ហើយចឹងពេលហ្នឹង when I landed I was using the internet Wi-Fi and the first 2 texts I got was from a different boss. Not I had many bosses in pharmacy becauseខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ធ្វើរបៀបដូចថា locum or traveling pharmacist. So I used to work for a lot of different people. And so one of the people I worked for asked me, it was like, hey, like, can you cover a shift today? We really need you today. And I was like, can't, I'm in Singapore. I felt so good writing that. And then I think a couple hours later, I got this text from my agency and she was like, you're like, you have a job for a phone company. And I was like, a phone company? In my head, I was so old school. I was thinking like a telephone, like in Australia, you have like Telstra, Optus, like cell phones. No, I wasn't thinking like phone, like technology.
A phone brand, yeah.
Yes,
you thought it was like a telecom.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And then guess what? Can you dance? Yeah, sure. And so like I remember like I booked the job and then they were like, oh, the job's in Taiwan. I was like, oh my gosh. And then like later on I found out it was for Huawei and then I didn't need to dance and it was in Taiwan. So being 2 days after that, I already 2 days before that I was packing for Singapore and 2 days before that I didn't even have an accommodation in Singapore and all of a sudden I was going to Taiwan for like a few days to do a job. And then I remember the first job, I was so unqualified. I had no experience doing like a big print. Like ការងារនឹងធំ and like គេធ្វើរបៀបដូចថា print
billboard poster.
I'm not sure actually. I think it's more like a print, kind of like a billboard. Nhưng mà I think that it was only for the Chinese market. So I haven't been to see the parts or anything. Yeah, so I didn't get any of the pictures, but I do have some pictures. I think I put it.
I saw it on your
yeah. So benang it was a big production. Manutom chan like some client. It was like a really big production. But I took my own turn lighting to hey yum like inexperienced. So to like shoot in front of so many people, it was so scary. And I remember like I have dry eyes. I don't pick it harder. Thought cái miền like walkie talkies, cái miền micro, cái dạy mỗi kia hay dân thọt nó phải hay vì ngay bị kia ហើយចឹងពេលគេថតនៅ lake មួយហើយខ្ញុំនៅនេះហើយអ្នកថតនៅនោះហើយចឹងយើងត្រូវ communicate តាម walkie talkie ដោយសារយើងឆ្ងាយពីគ្នាពេកហើយខ្ញុំ like ខ្យល់ផងអីផងខ្ញុំ like blink a lot បិទបើកហើយចឹងគេទេមកគេថា hey ប្រាប់ Terry to stop blinking I was like oh my gosh I was like so nervous and then the stylist was so sweet the stylist get that it's okay like don't worry just keep going and yeah I remember like it went okay like it went smoothly for the rest of the day តែពេលហ្នឹងពេលខ្ញុំមកវិញពី Taiwan ពេលខ្ញុំមកវិញand I went to casting the casting មួយគេផ្សេងអីមាន model មួយមកពី Russia she was so young so beautiful so tall and I felt so like not enough next to her but I remember instead of being instead of I think being like oh like I'm not going to get the job it was more like I guess instead of being insecure I remember like I used what I would do in school which is study and I studied so like when we were doing casting and she was like posing she was doing so many beautiful poses hey the kwam jang pe yung like pose lin it's like a robam in a way and then I remember seeing her and I was just like noted so I was like it was like textbook for me and then I realized actually like life doesn't give you textbooks like there's no textbook for how to do life
you collect yourself
you make your own study guides you learn from experience and you just kind of like note things down and so I remember after that casting I didn't get the job but it's okay because like in the next castings after that I improved and I got better at posing and things because like that experience in Taiwan made me realize that I was inexperienced and then going to castings made me realize that I could use this time to learn from people.
It's quite interesting to hear because at least this is like the unheard story, you know, in terms of like a personal sharing from your perspective. Usually, like you know, it's like I can show like I got some work that you put up. I don't know. This is like I just. This is for the watch brand, right?
Yeah, Giorgio Armani for
L is like one of the biggest magazine brand out there, and also you do it like for Biore, and then it's like for Thailand as well for Singha and all of these things. It's quite interesting to see like you have quite a strong resume in terms of I would not say modeling because there's like TV scene that you're in and also like photo like advertising I would say like a portfolio in advertising and like was it planned to transitioning from modeling to actually being in the industry like you know for being an actress per se I see this is an actress already in terms of like commercial and stuff was it like you sort of lay out the plan or was it just happen and then you pursue by the
តាមធម្មតាតាមពិតការងារនេះmodel ធ្វើច្រើនដែរតែគ្រាន់តែខ្ញុំបានបទពិសោធន៍ពេលទៅថៃដោយសារនៅថៃគេធ្វើការងារដូចរបៀប acting commercial អីច្រើនដែរដោយសារគេមាន commercial គេមាន billboard moving billboards ច្រើនមែនតើហើយចឹងខ្ញុំអាចធ្វើការងារហ្នឹងដោយសារគេមានការងារច្រើនតែគេប្រើ like models គេប្រើ celebrities and things ពេលខ្ញុំថតនៅមួយ L ហ្នឹងhe's actually a singer from a boy band in Hong Kong so he's a celebrity so I was casted ដោយរបៀបថាជា model តែ he's from a really popular band called Mirror
okay Google guy Google
so it's kind of like you get to work as a model but you get to experience different things
true
different things so we're both not qualified for this job he's qualified because he's an actor / singer yes
I heard you keep saying you're not qualified but the work is out there No, quite humble of you. Honestly, I respect for you saying that because
I mean, I really wasn't because this is my first like time working with a celebrity. I think so closely with a celebrity.
You look so natural though. Like you're not even like you don't look even like just don't like if you just tell people like, oh, I was so scared on set. I'm like, no, nope. Not at all. The thing is like I asked you why like from modeling to being on the TVC. I mean maybe because how I'm influenced by the media here.
Yeah.
You would look into a TVC here. They would choose artists like singer, TV star, actress to be on the TVC. Less of the models to be on the TVC, and I really wanted to change. Not change, maybe improve, because there's so many talented people out there who deserve a chance to feature. And I think the quality of TV commercial here has improved a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, there are a couple of people who actually got a lot of gigs, but the same faces. But also, I would want to see something that, people who try new things and experiencing like yours, for example, like actually your career, this is how it is supposed to play out, actually. It's not like, you can only be like, on like still shot like this for the magazine or for a brand. It's not like that. You actually have to do both, right?
Yeah, ពេលយើងធ្វើដើរម៉ូដតាមពិតយើងធ្វើប្រភេទច្រើនណា
Yeah.
Like it's not just I mean magazine is really nice. It's beautiful work. Everyone really collaborates. But TVC is also another body of work where everyone collaborates and really produces something.
Yeah.
អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថាពេលយើងធ្វើដើរម៉ូដ you need to experiment and try so many different things. Yeah. And I think diversity is important. In yourself, like in what you can do, but also in media. In the market. And I'm very like I think it's beautiful that internationally and Cambodia is growing now that we are using diversity.
Yes. Yes.
ពេលខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើមដំបូងតាមពិតខ្ញុំខ្លាចដូចថាមុខយើងI guess like Asian Asia ដូចថាពេលធ្វើការនៅអឺរ៉ុបអីចឹងខ្លាចថាគេអត់យកយើងក៏ខ្លាចថាគេយកភាគច្រើន like half Asian half Eurasian. So when I first started I felt like I was I guess a minority. តែពេលយើងធ្វើការយូរទៅ you realize that the industry changes as you change and that they start using more like faces like mine.
I mean that's like what you get from trying things that you love and also like exploring and maintaining your passion toward things that you're interested in, because I feel like if you're not putting yourself out there and like challenging yourself to go through all this fear and anxiety, not anxiety but more like insecurity that you have, and also like risk moving around a lot, you would not get the gigs that you would have, and also the result that they're getting as well. I mean, of course you can say a lot of things about you disqualify, underqualify, whatsoever, but the thing is,
no, I'm qualified now.
Yes, you are now, but I mean before.
Yes,
I mean,
when I first started.
Yeah, that is a good story to share to the audience who is listening right now, is that it's actually a part of the process of being qualified. You have to come from the disqualification in order to qualify for what you're working for. Because I mean, like, if you already like qualify for everything, then what else left for you to do?
And you can't grow. People don't see you grow. Like that, you ពេលយើងរៀនយើងត្រូវរៀនផងធ្វើ internship ផងយើងត្រូវធ្វើ placement ផងយើងត្រូវ residency for some people in medicine អញ្ចឹងយើង like ពេលយើង start out you're not a qualified doctor or lawyer or engineer. You have to grow. You have to put yourself in that unqualified position and then try so many different things. And you have to see like, oh, is this what I want to do in this field? You
just sort of speak on behalf of me when you talk about like you're not qualified to do certain things. When I first started doing the podcast, I was so concerning about how am I going to convince people to join, and how am I going to package it in a way that it become a place where people can share the story and also get inspired or just like purely listening to a person's experience without even like you don't have to like people don't have to follow or get inspired, but in a way that to hear a person's story, it's quite interesting because it actually validate what they're doing in terms of like, oh, like I said earlier, like, oh, I'm not alone struggling with this industry or in this job. I'm pretty sure other model who are listening to as well, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm related, like, and the idea that I want you to be on the show is, I was wondering like, I don't know if you have worked with a local brand here yet. Like you have worked with international brand that's shown here.
Yes.
But locally, have you got work here yet?
Not really.
Please, brand, please. Before she get more expensive. There's so many big brands that I feel like, I mean, no offense to them. They're hiring modeling from Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan. Big respect to them. But Cambodian, come on. If you wait for another year, it will be more expensive. Because when I saw this, right? I asked you that because when I saw this, I was so shocked. Because like my world is like camera worlds. Like I do camera content,
yeah, you were saying photography.
And then I went to a Sony event. I was giving a speech and everything. Like the day before I was giving a speech, I saw the photo. I'm like, hey, I know her. Like, when did you do this?
Oh, you went to an event?
Yeah, I was a spokesperson for Sony for an event. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been working for them for like 5 years now. Yeah. I work with all camera brands are my friends. I don't exclusively work for any brands.
Yes.
But the thing is, camera is like life for me. So that's why when I came across your work, I'm like, oh, this is big. It's like, is this like going worldwide or is it for Asia?
I believe it is for Asia.
No, but the thing is, the Sony is like, if you talk about Asia, then that makes it worldwide because right now camera markets, Asia sort of dominate the whole things. It's like where the market share is.
Yes.
And that's why when I saw it, I'm like, Was it a long time ago?
No, Thort Plim Jeng Plim. Thort,
okay, makes sense because the camera just released.
Yeah, we shot it in Bali. Shot in Bali. Khai Bun, I think it was.
Yeah. That's the time with the camera was out.
Yeah. I did a vlog on that actually. In Bali. So fun story. The director or he's technically the director slash photographer for the shoot. He was the friend that I met in Melbourne. And like 5-6, we've been friends for like 6-7 years now, and he's based in Singapore. He's the one that when I went to Singapore said,
the one that told
you should consider Singapore. You should just give it a go. So I feel like it was a full circle moment. I mean, we've been friends for so long. We hang out still, and he features in my vlogs quite a bit. He's amazing at what he does.
I want to meet him now.
Yeah, he's
fun. Yeah, I'm coming to Singapore.
He's a good foodie. Yes.
Okay.
If you come to Singapore, let me know.
Yes. I have actually a lot of director friends in Singapore as well. Yeah. I was just there like in June.
Yeah.
For like a camera show.
Yeah.
And definitely. I think
he does everything himself a lot of the times. He's kind of a one-man show, but
we can be friends now.
Yeah.
I'm also a one-man show. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's amazing because if you didn't tell me, I thought it was somewhere else, not Bali,
No, Bali. Yeah, we initially planned to have it in Singapore, shoot in Singapore, but because the idea of the camera is that it's for travel vlogging, so we were like, hey, Bali. Yeah,
we just did free advertising for Sony right now. It's all right. Your client anyway. The thing is, I'm very happy because, like, for me, it means a lot because not just for the brand, but for the industry that I love, like, camera, technology, all of these things. When I see a fellow Cambodian feature in as a model and advertising for the brand, I'm like, I'm so proud. Say right in front of you. And the reason why I asked you, like, have you worked with a local brand? Because I feel like the local brand, ខ្ញុំគិតថានៅខ្មែរយើងខ្ញុំមិនដឹងថាពួកគាត់ discover Terry នៅអត់ទេប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំជឿថាពេលដែលគាត់ discover Terry you will be busy for sure. I mean like ពួកការងារ Terry អត់អាចវាថា you cannot brag without delivering it. You cannot brag about, oh, I'm a very good model, and then you put on set, you don't know what to do. I mean, no disrespect to other models. I'm just saying this. Even my work too. When I do photography, I cannot brag about my work. You have to show them what you got.
Yes.
For you, for example, if they hire you for a project, if you're like shy in front of the camera, you don't know how to pose. Like earlier when you talk about posing, this is one of the thing here that I feel like នៅខ្មែរយើងគាត់ស្ទើរមិនស្ទើរសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលគាត់នៅក្នុងវិស័យនឹងស្រាប់ឯណាស្ទើរអ្នកដែលគាត់ត្រៀមចូលគាត់អត់ដឹងថាទៅទិសដៅមួយណាព្រោះ posing ខ្ញុំធ្លាប់រៀននៅមហាវិទ្យាល័យតាក់ទងថតរូបសូម្បីតែជា photographer you also need to know how to pose.
Yes. Yeah.
But not for the sake of directing the model but to know which angle look good and also the lighting.
Yeah.
It's just some idea because sometimes model they also exhausted. So you need to have them but then you said about dancing, right? Like
well, so every time so the thing about modeling is that you are not working for this, like you don't rock up to the same job in an office every day. It's different people, different clients, different audience every single job. So my motto is kata kangir moi di kangir likti moi. So you have to give it your all. Yes. So every time I rock up to a job, I always think it's my first job, but like my first qualified job, you know? So I gotta not only be hungry for that job, not just, you know, just rock up, but I have to know what I'm doing. So I always have to have a few poses in mind. So, you know, like when you first study for an example, for an exam, you're qualified because you have the knowledge, you studied for it, and it's the first exam every time. So you are equipped, you have the first few like layouts, like, how you're going to tackle it. The first few questions, I'm going to go like this. It's the same thing with any job that you have to prove yourself, is you have to show up for the job. So you have to be prepared, you have to be ready. Then you also have to treat it like it's the first job because you become complacent and you could become kind of, I guess, too relaxed if you feel like you're too competent, you know, or you're too qualified. So I always try to think about it in that way. So I always come prepared, a couple of poses, and I allow myself 5 minutes to get myself adjusted with the photographer because it's a different photographer. They have different eye and like different ways of doing things. So yeah, so every time I feel like, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, like you allow yourself a time frame, like 5 minutes. Get used to it. Make a couple of mistakes. It's okay. It's normal. And then you kind of try to figure it out from there. Like figure out the photographer's style.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And then you go from there. And then I feel like if you allow yourself 5 minutes to prepare, to get ready, to make mistakes, the rest of the shoot will go pretty smooth.
Yes.
But if you feel like you're unsure from the beginning or you're too prepared from the beginning, sometimes it clashes with everyone on set. So you need to have that like time to figure everyone out, but also be, I guess, in a way hungry because you're hungry for this job. It not only feeds you creatively, it feeds you like every day as well.
Yeah, it also add up to your, you know, resume as well, like what you've done.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting when you talk about every job is your first. Usually I heard about every job is your last. It's like, treat it as it's your last day of your job. But this is a really good mindset that the approach that you're saying because actually in order to impress someone, it's not that, because if it is your last day, then you would not care.
Yes.
You would just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? If it's your first, then you like need to impress that clients or that gigs, that whole crew that I got what it take.
Yes.
Thank you. This is the new fresh mindset that I just learned from you. I usually treat everything as last. It's quite interesting. Yeah.
Well, it's a mindset that I adopted when I was in pharmacy because, you know, like as a traveling pharmacist, I had to go to different pharmacies all the time. So you get that, like, I have to be prepared every pharmacy. I can't make a mistake. It's people's lives are in danger if I make a mistake. So for me, it's like I have to be prepared, and I have to like, you know, be hungry for this job because it pays my bills, and it also, you know, like I work so hard for this job. So I think being able to take that, what I learned, what beside be like taka, and I took that into a different industry. I think maybe that's why
Thank you thank you for throwing a lot of good stuff out there I mean ខ្ញុំកាពិតខ្ញុំអត់រំពឹងថានឹងដល់ចំណុចដែលយើងជជែកតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងរឿងថតរូបមួយ model ទេពួកអីសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំការដែលខ្ញុំទៅតៃវ៉ាន់ថ្មីហ្នឹងឆ្នាំមុនប្រហែលជាខែ10ខែ11ខ្ញុំទៅខ្ញុំបានធ្វើការមួយ model Singapore ដែរ her name is Ruru she's like super talented models ប៉ុន្តែគាត់ថាខ្ញុំដំបូងខ្ញុំ shy ខ្ញុំអត់ហ៊ានថតរូបឲ្យគាត់ទេព្រោះអីយើងអត់របៀបថាពេលខ្លះយើងជាអ្នកថតរូបយើងក៏មិនទៅដល់ឃើញ model អញ្ចឹងទៅយើងទៅអូសុំថតរូប it's you know you need to bond
yes
so like after we bond and then I took some picture នៅតាមផ្លូវតាមអីចឹង like I feel so refreshed ហើយខ្ញុំចាប់ផ្ដើมសួរខ្លួនឯងថាហេតុអីក៏ខ្ញុំមិនដែរធ្វើការមួយ model នៅក្នុងស្រុកI honestly I no disrespect to anyone again I'm just like I just I don't know how to bond with people like yet ព្រោះខ្ញុំបារម្ភមួយចេះព្រោះពេលខ្លះយើងក៏គិតពីគេដែរឧទាហរណ៍យើងទៅតាក់ទង model មកថតដោយសារនៅយើងនេះ agency ឥឡូវមិនដឹងថា agency ណាគាត់ប្រកាសបញ្ជាថាផ្នែក modeling ដែលគាត់ចង់ឲ្យ model ហ្នឹងគាត់ទទួលការងារដើម្បីវឹកហាត់ថត model អីចឹងណាបើនៅក្រៅគេមានមែនយើងស្រួល reach out យើងអាចសួរទៅយើងអាចថតរូបចឹងឲ្យ feel safe together right នៅនេះខ្ញុំអត់មានអារម្មណ៍ធ្វើចឹងមកខ្ញុំខ្លាច I also feel insecure you know I'm like I'm a male also I feel insecure for them too ព្រោះអីការតាក់ទងមួយនឹងអ្នកថតមួយ model បើសិនជាគាត់អត់ like understand គ្នាទេគឺ hard មែនតើពិបាកនឹងទទួលបានរូបដែលទទួលបានហើយមួយទៀតគឺទី1គឺ model អត់ដឹងតែគាត់ post អីទី2គឺអ្នកថតរូបមិនដឹងថតអី
Yes.
It's not just a model problem. It's both sides, you know.
Yeah. It's almost like unspoken communication.
Bad.
Like ថាយើងអត់និយាយអីតែយើងយល់ពីគ្នា
Yes. So okay, I will find a brand that maybe a couple of brands they bring you here maybe we work together. Please brand ពួកខ្ញុំគិតថា
I would love to work together.
Yeah, and also like I want more Cambodian brand to work with you.
Yes.
ពួកអីយើងកុំឲ្យយើងយូរគឺញ៉ាប់ទៅគឺចង់ចេះពួកឃើញ Terry ទូមិនក៏ដោយក៏ Terry អត់ដែរភ្លេចខ្មែរដែរ Terry មកខ្មែរវិញហើយការងារច្រើនហើយអញ្ចឹងពេលដែលទៅក្រៅអានេះមុនយើងទៅពេលដែលទៅក្រៅ Terry ដែរប្រាប់គេដែរសួរថាមកពីណាកូនខ្មែរអត់ឬក៏កូនកាត់អីអញ្ចឹងមានគេដែរសួរហើយយើង like represent ទៅគេមិនទៅជាខ្មែរ
ចាគេសួរច្រើនដែរមុនដំបូងខ្ញុំសួរគេថា what do I look what
Really?
Yeah, no, it's not just to play. But
I mean, like,
and
they would have a hard time guessing, though.
Yes, because it's so fun because everyone gets it wrong. And I remember, like, one time I got some random country. It was like Colombia. I was like, Colombia?
Like, how?
Yeah, I was like, how? But most of the time I get, like, Japan, Korea, like, Vietnamese, or like sometimes if I'm in Thailand, Thai, and then I speak to them in broken Thai and they're like, not Thai. Like no, in between Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. And so yeah, I always tell people I'm like Cambodian, and then they always look at me, they're like, really?
No, like I would not guess too, but I pay that Terry និយាយខ្មែរមកច្បាស់ចាំអូ
ចឹងហើយពេលខ្ញុំនិយាយខ្មែរគេនៅសួរដែរ
អញ្ចឹង
ហ៊ាមខ្មែរពេលណាអីណាអូខេ
No ប៉ុន្តែនិយាយថាបើថាខ្មែរហ្មងគាត់សួរអញ្ចឹងប្រហែលតែគាត់អត់សូវបាន pay attention ព្រោះកូនខ្មែរតែគាត់ទៅនៅក្រៅអញ្ចឹងវាច្រើនដូចគ្នានិយាយអញ្ចឹងគឺតង់អត់ខ្មែរ 100% ប៉ុន្តែ like you have ខ្មែរ like blood like វាថាចេញមកគឺ style ខ្មែរមិនថានេះគឺយើងដឹងតែខ្មែរហ្មងតែបើកូនកាត់ហ្មងគាត់មុខបរទេសហ្មងគាត់និយាយមកខ្មែរបើពុកម្ដាយគាត់មិនមែនខ្មែរក៏ស្ដាប់មើលថាចេញខ្មែរដែរព្រោះដូចមានអ្នកបាល់ទាត់អញ្ចឹងគាត់Nick Taylor គាត់ American Cambodian ប៉ុន្តែគាត់និយាយខ្មែរប៉ុន្តែចរិតគាត់ខ្មែរហ្មងគាត់មានចរិតខ្មែរទៅក្នុងហ្នឹងហ្មងតែខ្មែរដែរ
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាកុំឲ្យនេះអានេះ round 1 ទេ we're going to be another one later when Terry come back more longer ប៉ុន្តែអរគុណមែនតើដែលអ្នកទាំងអស់បានស្ដាប់ហើយអរគុណ Terry ដែលបានអញ្ជើញចូលរួមហើយសង្ឃឹមថាអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាបានយល់ច្រើនជាមួយនឹងបន្តិចបន្តួចក៏បានអីក៏បានដែរប៉ុន្តែសម្រាប់អ្នកបងប្អូនក្មួយស្ត្រីដែលគាត់ចង់ប្រុសក៏ដោយចង់pursue career ទៅជា model ចាប់ដើមធ្វើទៅកុំខ្លាចហើយយើងបានឃើញឧទាហរណ៍នៅមុខហើយគឺគាត់ចាប់ដើមពីក្តីស្រឡាញ់គាត់ហ៊ានធ្វើអ្វីដែលគាត់ចង់ធ្វើហើយទទួលបទពិសោធន៍ច្រើនអូខេមានសំណួរអីសួរគាត់ទៅ channel ផងគាត់មានទាំង TikTok also Twitch also IL you don't stream no more right
No, not really.
But I'm so glad I found that you do Twitch too because I want Twitch to work here too. Twitch not work here. Like nobody do on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the next project. And okay អរគុណច្រើនអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នា and good luck on the way back.
ចាអរគុណច្រើន
បាទ Bye bye.